Okay, so remember now how I was saying the operation they were running on me is because they had a staged military staged area on an island of basically my area of North Jersey. Um, they were getting into the house, swapping pics in the real place. My house used to be beige. The first time that they switched me with the other kid, I was just probably a baby. And then they switched us back and then back again and back and forth, back and forth. And I noticed, um, I started catching on. Uh, they were always switching around stuff, and this they gave me at the end all the collections of weird pictures that don't align with my situation and stuff. A good example of one of those pictures would have been there's just a lot of them. There's a lot of them, and they gave me pictures of like my brother for some reason, and all different weird stuff going on. Okay, but they were swapping us from my real name is Jason Trestka. My identity was stolen from me, and I was replaced. The other guy, they use brainwash technology and different things to make him think he's me. Uh, and check this out. They would replace certain thing. Like, look, my hand identification missing because they would hack everything and have to do like dealing with fingerprints and things like that. Because I also got arrested in the real New Jersey a couple times. It shows as if I never had a criminal record. That's because they had to remove that in order to replace me. Things whited out and filled in differently. Uh, let's see what else. 23 months. Now, 23 moths, it says. Now, this should be. Now, here's the problem. The guy that they switched me with has dirty blonde hair, a round nose, and blue eyes. Now, check this out. Check this out. You can tell because of the handwriting. Look, they're trying to say that that's my mom. That is not my mom. It looks like her, but it is not her. This woman, sick woman, is a part. This woman, this sick lady, is a part of some type of fucking cult. And she believes I am her son. And she's a fucking sex trafficker trying to sell me off right now to another country. Now, here's how you know. First of all, there's stuff missing here. Look, 11, 9 months, 1 year. Also, there's always stuff being whited out. Also, in my original baby book, look, completely different handwriting. Completely different handwritings through this entire baby book. Okay? Now this, when I look at this, my father did not write some dumb shit like this. He wrote like, this was like, now, this, to be honest, look at this writing. And look, they whited stuff out. This looks like I wrote it. That looks like my handwriting from when I was like a teenager. Like, almost like they did that on purpose. Like, let's write it the way he writes. That way it'll really mess with his brain. Even these balloons, like, this is all fake. Who was there? Mommy, Daddy, Danielle. Look, it's always different handwritings. They replaced, what they did was, when I was born, my real mother, they bought the same exact baby book and started switching stuff out. And look, this is how I can tell. Look at, this is the kid that they switched me with, because they staged a look-alike house. By the third week of May's stay on their property, Abigail Taunton started seeing a change in May's personality. May claimed he was having trouble sleeping, along with excruciating pains. And I remember they switched me when my parents got the hotel, when they were doing the addition in the real place. I was kidnapped. I was only a couple years old. But check this out. He also went on to say that May had paid around $90 to be part of an online support group for those who claimed to be individuals. 6 days before he awoke, where is it? That's not me. Okay, these look a little more familiar. But look at that handwriting. And look, white out. Why do they always need to white things out? Look, round nose kid. Round nose. All from here, round nose. Well, no. These might be, this might even be a different kid altogether, these. Because he has a round nose, too. But, look, this stuff, this is, oh, where was it? Look, and everything blank. Like, they stole stuff out of this, too, and they replaced this photo. This was a different photo. Where is it? Because supposedly I had dirty blonde hair, and then it started turning brown. But what happened was, I have reason to believe, I was switched very little. And that's why my real family, well, I'll get to that in a second. Look at that handwriting. It almost looks like I freaking wrote it. It just looks wrong. And they were even like making mistakes and everything. They did like staging a fake baby book along with whatever else was going on. Now check this out though. 5th Christmas, 4th Christmas, baby saying doings. Where the hell was it? There was something very noticeable. Where the hell was it? What the hell? Now I'm having brain farts here. But look, why would they have to steal my fingerprints? Handprints. Ah, interesting. Because they switched me. The footprints, not as important. Oh, here it is. Check this out. Color of eyes. Blue - brown. Now, how does that even happen? Your eye colors do not change. What it originally said was, in this baby book, was blue. My real parents gave birth to a brown-eyed baby, which is me. I was switched so little and put in the hands of a staged family, okay? And their kid was given to my real family, and that's why my real mom and real dad probably have noses more like me. They probably have darker hair, brown hair. They probably have darker eyes and stuff, brown eyes. They probably had the same type of teeth. Now, the family that I was put into, insert into, are a bunch of fucking child traffickers. They were keeping me hostage through most of my life. Okay? To eventually sell me off as an adult. At times in my youth and in my 20s and in my teens, I remember people saving me and bringing me back to my real family. I even remember when I met my real grandfather from my mother's side finally, and he gave all the grandkids like a Rolex watch and whatever, because he was reconnecting with everybody. And they had that. I remembered overhearing my sister, but it might have been a lookalike of my sister, because that's how they do this with people that look similar. And it's cults that stalk families, and they traffic kids and people and everything else through it, and make profit off of this, because they have military and intelligence connections and apparently the military made a mock base, the United States military, back in maybe the 70s or 80s, that resembles some of Northeast Jersey. And that's where I was brought when they needed to keep me away from my real family. Because I remember going to my real aunt's house and my real everything. And I even remember my sister going to my mom. I don't think that's Jason. Don't look at his nose. And then I remember my mom overhearing her say, "No, we all have the pointy nose like that, the long pointy nose like that." And she's like, "Yeah, but I remember Jason having a round nose." They replaced me so many times and so young that my own family doesn't even know who I really am. And for the past at least 20 years or more, they haven't seen me completely. I believe. And but my real name is Jason Trestka. I'm from Northeast Jersey. I even remember that, like I said, a friend that I had telling me, he's like, after I started seeing this girl Lily, which it was actually just a look-alike of her, it wasn't the real one. They intercepted my phone communications with her and stuff. And in fact, from what I know, she moved in 2023. And here's the thing: the real guy, the blonde hair, dirty blonde hair, blue-eyed guy, Jason Trestka, that my family believes is Jason Trestka, it's him and his family that are responsible for all the different trafficking. He would they would wear like CIA style makeup and put nose tips and different things like that. And that's that I figured it out. They were the ones framing me in the mainland, and now I'm with that very same mother somewhere overseas, Asia, in a mock replica of the old area that I used to live in. Replica of my old house. A mock replica, a look-alike. A look-alike of everything. And that's why you hear that? That's like bombs going off and shit. Explosions. Except this is an Asian version. Look, grapes do not grow in North Jersey. Like, and they were buying all the old shit from my family. They would have other people show up to like yard sales and different things and buy everything up to put it in these places. And so I was switched very fucking young. Very fucking young. And then I was switched back